here with Coventry Blaze head coach Kevin Moore after the home win against the Kyiv Capitals. Coach, 2 games against Kyiv in 2 nights. They looked like they were very different. What were the difference between the 2 games?
Yeah, I think that maybe they were a little tired, and but their effort was awesome. Like they definitely they were working as hard as they could, and like I said last night, it's a well-coached team. I just thought our guys had a lot more jump. Like we were a little flat last night, and we kind of pushed the pace a little more on them. And maybe they were a little tired after a lot of travel, but that's a good team, and kudos to them for getting over here. And it was awesome to have them here.
It was absolutely brilliant to have them here, and a wonderful link to the hockey community over there in Ukraine. In a scenario like this, when you have a preseason game where you want to stay in your good habits, were you pleased with how the boys were able to stay on the front foot?
Yeah, I think so. I mean, whether you're winning big, you're losing big, somewhere in between, like everything is about being intrinsically motivated, and we talk about that a lot. We talked about that in the room about like you create a standard without a score. Like we really just want to be as present as possible. So every shift is a new shift, and you reset. And so we're trying to establish that. There was some sloppiness. Our sticks are in the air too much, and we haven't supported enough in the neutral zone, and the guys have heard about it, and we're correcting it. But there's a lot to be happy about as well. So 11 different goal scorers is pretty sweet. Like that's a team effort.
I was going to say there's a big thing that you could see in the locker room in and around after that game. A lot of smiles on the guys' faces, and that's a big tick in the box right there. They're having fun, and now they can focus on the competitive games too.
Yeah, and they're supporting each other, and I guess even to your previous question there, like we had a couple block shots in the third period. Like that shows a lot of guts from our guys, and they're cheering for each other on the bench, and the connectivity is really good right now, and I expect it to continue when we hit bigger adversities, and that's what we're training to do is to stay together when things get hard.
Mike Kennedy was the MVP tonight, a couple of goals and a couple of assists. Great to see him have some success going forward, as well as being a part of the team shutout as well.
Yeah, it was. I was hoping he'd get the hat trick. I don't think he probably had one since his youth hockey days with like the Springfield Picks or something. So that would have been cool. But yeah, I mean, all of them. I think Jack and Brindley and Zane scored, and Brandon had a goal, and it's nice to see a team effort. Like to me, that's what the sport's about. That's what we're trying to build here is a full team, and the guys were a team tonight.
And that's now pre-season in the rearview mirror. What are the big things that you've learned about this group as we go into competitive games?
Ooh, I think what I learned is they're willing to put in the work to be great. There's a long process to that. There are things we got to clean up. There are pieces to the puzzle we got to get right. But they're willing. Like they're willing, and they're willing to represent the city in a really big way, which makes me proud. And we're going to hope to continue that into the regular season here.
Thank you, Coach.